Apologies if you are still with us. We had a technical fault as Sasa gets a great touch, and the under 23 men won a penalty corner. So, joining us now, the score has rocketed to a 7-1 scoreline. Great short corner from the under 23s to bring it to 7-2. And another well-worked short corner from the under 23s like we saw last week. But we just mentioned, and we were chatting while we were getting the stream back up and running, how the SMN have just come out and made sure that, you know, they're taking all the opportunities that they can, and make any opportunity that they get, they're going for the score. And it looks like everyone wants to get on the scoreboard. So SMN come away with a short corner from that. And what a game. The second chukker has been flames.
Yeah, no, the exact same start from the SMN. We expected once again for them to come out firing, and they've done just that. We see again the influence of Dayan coming on and just being a powerhouse at the front. Short corner, Chad Futcher flick, puts it low, hard, and in the goals. Chad Futcher on the scoreboard, and the score is 8-2 to the SA Indoor men's team. Great game we have here. Goals flying. I did not predict this, however, I am excited to see the game going forward. However, we'd like to see a little bit more patience. But from the under-23s, that is, when setting up their defensive lineup, ensuring that they are set up and not rushing things at the back, taking quick hits and giving it away early. More like now where we see Jordan Callets calmly giving it to Del Piero, into trouble there. Three defenders. SMN's indoor come off of the ball. Dayan coming onto the field.
And we're talking again how as I say that, Dayan Kasim getting another goal, making that his fourth goal and taking the SA men to a 9-2 lead. And we were just saying how much that man's presence has impacted this game. He's come onto this field and just goal after goal, majority of the time he's been involved. And it's a great thing to see a player that can come onto the field and make such an impact. Really good play by the young man. And
fantastic play from Dayan Kasim, as we see phenomenal movement down the middle. Great touch from him there to find Chad Futcher, however, Chad not getting the ball. Just fantastic stuff as we see him giving that easy slide touch to Chad Futch. Definitely a hard worker, and you've seen the hard training he's put in. You can see it coming off on the field. Every touch he's giving, every hard pass he's giving. Oh. Given against the under-23s there. Deemed dangerous by umpire JP Moller. Sasa coming off of the ball, going forward. Can he control the ball? Rustin coming in a bit more aggressively there. Ryan Mann, goal time. And it's 9-3 to the SA Indoor men's team. The All-Stars getting back on the score. It's like a game of basketball we have here, Kyle.
Interesting game this. The under 23 All-Stars, Justin Rosenberg going with the idea of pulling the keeper. So it must be obviously a tactical approach to say, you know what, we want to get the extra number. But like we said, the under-23s need to make sure that although they want to attack with the extra number, they need to defend first. Without a keeper, they need to make sure that the ball is staying as much in the SA half as possible, because you give a man like Dayan Kasim any space and any opportunity to get through, it's going to be a goal. So a good end to the chucker for the under 23s, and a good chucker for the SA men to make sure that the score kept on ticking over. So interesting tactics from the under 23s, and it's interesting to see. It's nice to see something different, not the usual. We're going to come out here and just play. So interesting tactics from Justin Rosenberg.
Yeah, interesting indeed from Justin Rosenberg, pulling the keeper off, trying to keep the SA Indo men on their toes. However, it's worked out towards the end here, seeing the guys score their goals, getting in there, getting stuck in the D of the SA Indo men's team. As we see the guys getting refreshed by our amazing sponsor, G-Boost, cooling down during the half time, getting in the chat from coach. And yeah, I think it'll be important for them to come out firing the second half, ensuring that they are able to get the upper hand on the SA Indo men and not allowing man like Dayan Kasim on the ball, a lot of time on the ball, as they've been giving him. And he's shown exactly why you don't do that, as he's just gone through this team with 4 goals in the first half, firing for the SA Indo men's. We saw some fantastic save from Bonga in the first half. However, a couple leaking through, just those frustrating goals, just where you've made a couple of saves and guys picking up on the end. Scruffy, but the SA under 20, the All-Star under 23s will take those any day, as they count as goals. They all count as goals.
I think I've given you the curse there. Sorry, Caesar. And yeah, the SMN showing that they're not scared to come out here and score as many goals as they possibly can. And I'm glad to see that they're not taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. So hopefully the second half is going to bring as many goals. Like we said, Dayan Kasim with 4 goals. We've got Marvin Simons with 2, Chad Futcher with 1 awesome flick from the short corner, Stephen Paolo with 2 goals. And then for the under 23s, we got Delpi Langford with 1 goal and Ryan Mann with 2 goals. And it's going to be a great second half. I'm excited to see if Justin Rosenberg is going to keep the same tactic with if he's going to keep the same he's going to keep the same tactic with Pumelo Ramatotlo by pulling him off the field like he did with Cullen Diacha. And we mentioned that the under 23s need to make sure that they're keeping the SMN out of the D as much as possible.
Agreed there, Carl. We will be an interesting... Jeepers, giving me your curses today. It'll be an interesting second half going forward as we see the under 23s getting ready to get it going. However, starting with the goalkeeper in goals, we have a keeper change. Pamelo Ramatlotlo, as mentioned by you, Carl, coming in, hoping to keep it tight, keep it clean, keep it neat at the back. Dalpiaro Langford, a very exciting play in that first chucker and second chucker. Hoping he steps up a little more and ensures that his team keeps firing and going forward. Score going into the second chucker, 9-2, 9-3. To the SA Indo men. Let's see if they'll keep it going. As we see for the SA Indo men starting Rustin Abrahams, Dayan Kasim, Marvin Simons, Dario Lorenko, as well as Chad Futcher. With the big man, the big war, Bonga Musa, at the back in the bright and red Merchant kit. And for the under 23 All-Stars, we've got Jordan Callitz, Travis Crumples, Ryan Mann, Dalpiaro Langford, as well as Keenan Wax, with Pamelo Ramatlotlo in goals. As Chad Futch gets things going.
The Futch gets the game going. Ryan Mann getting the ball to Travis Crumples. Showing a bit of patience. SMN shifting nice and hard to make sure that the ball has to be played. Great skill from Travis Crumple to get past Marvin Simons, driving it into the D. No options to go through. SMN holding a good position as Marvin Simons gets an interception on the ball. Using a bit of flair to get out the back. A good pressure from Delpy and Keenan Wax. But Marvin Simons getting out of trouble there, laying the ball off to Diane Kasim, who passes it up the board. A little bit steamy to Chad Foot. So a good start from the under-23s, getting into the circle of the SMN. And we would just like to see them converting those opportunities into a shot, a goal, or a short corner, something that they can walk away with from the circle without nothing happening.
Yes, indeed. A firing start from the under-23s, as we saw Travis Crumples find his way up the side and almost getting a short corner for the under-23s, however, not finding something out of that. And as you mentioned, we'd like to see them using these opportunities and ensuring that they're getting in the D and getting a shot off or a short corner and placing it in their hands. However, it's been a very interesting game from Coach Justin Rosenberg and his under-23 All-Stars. As we see Dario give the ball, bit steamy to Marvin Simons as it goes out, and Jordan collects.
As we got a word from Justin Rosenberg there saying, do you like my six-man press? Don't worry about the scoreline, we're going to put them under pressure. And it's a good tactic. I think if you're able to put them under pressure and really test them, it's good. But you need to make sure, again, like we said when the stream cut out, if you're going to have the extra man, throw at least 2 players on the ball at all times, making sure that they come away with something. And a great finish from Keenan Wax. So maybe a bit of pressure working for the under-23s. Delpy making sure that the ball got in the D. And like we said, this was at least an outcome that came from the under-23s. They got into the D and they walked away with a goal. That brings the score to a 9-4 lead to the SMN.
Yes, that's exactly what we want to see from the under-23s, as we see Sanele Mkunu come forward. Silky skills. Oh, beating Rustin Abrams there as he comes into the D. Good defense from Dario Larenko. Putting his stick down, putting pressure on. This is exactly what we want to see from the under-23s, coming out firing. Great goal from Keenan Wax on the backhand. But again, just those scruffy goals coming off the goalkeeper. However, Keenan right there for the opportunity. Exactly what you want to see from his strikers. Exciting game this is. Ball on to Sasa as he finishes, however, wide, hitting the side netting.
Yeah, so we said the SMN, we don't want to see them taking their foot off the gas, and maybe they got a little bit complacent to start, but I'm sure that they'll make sure that they keep the foot down and press through, as you see Dario trying to get the ball into the opposition half. Unlucky from Marvin Simons to not get the hit there. Good patience from the under-23s as Chad Foot steps in for an interception, unable to get away with it. And Diane Kasim on the ball again, looking for an outlet, finds Dario. Good patience holding at the back again. And the vision of Diane Kasim is just amazing. He's able to hold the ball, control it, look up while controlling the ball. Great 1-2 from Chad Futcher to Rustin Abrams. And, Diane is just so versatile. He's at the back, looking, but able to make that 45 pass out of the back as they go on attack.
Yeah, no. Dayan with his wonderful vision from the back, finding Rustin Abrams. And the beautiful combination with Chad Futcher forcing the save from Pamelo Ramatlotlo. But no, it's been a definite powerhouse up front there, Dayan Hazi, as he goes off for the sub. Stephen Paolo coming on. I think the under-23s will be very happy with their start, ensuring that they're staying in this and getting the goals up front. Keenan Wax coming forward, however, Spencer Boertis, just deemed having to slip all 3 points on the ground there. Sanele Mkunu going forward once again. Chad Futcher with a tackle, however, not 3 into the goal as he entered the D over there. Rustin Abrams, I think, slowing the game down here for the SMN. I think they want to control this, as the upper hand is with the under-23s. And they'd love to come forward, as we see Nathan Gross with a wonderful tackle there, the youngster. losing out there to Stephen Paolo.
Yeah, I think rightly so from Ruston to slow the game down, get possession and keep control from the SMN is what they should be looking for. They don't need to force the game at any stage at the moment. They're up, they've got the score in their favor, so they can slow the ball down and make sure that they don't give away silly mistakes like they just have now to give away another short corner. And the under-23s are going to enjoy this moment because they seem to have the SMN a bit rattled at the moment. And yeah, they just, I don't know, the SMN must just, I think, if I was David Josh, I'd be saying, guys, take a breath, relax. They've come out hot. We can just keep the game under control, make sure that we're playing to our pace and not trying to get caught in those one-on-one battles, which the under-23 men are going to enjoy, though. That's the style of hockey that they like to play. They like to get into those one-on-one contacts in the game.
Great save again from Bonga, coming out there against Keenan Wax, trying to get the flick off on the short corner. 100% agreed. As we see Jordan Callett with making Bonga pull off a fantastic save there. Oh, just gone wide. Cheapers thought that was a save there from the big man, however, just going wide from Jordan Callett. As we see the under-23s still on the forward foot, pushing forward, trying to get something here. As you mentioned, Carl, they love the scruffy game. Things are a bit loose, the 1v1 battles. I think the SMN will want to control this and just ensure that they keep the ball. There's still a lot of game time, and they have a handsome lead. However, they don't want to rest on their laurels because the under-23s can come back at any time. This game of indoor has a fantastic way of just biting you back. As we see Stephen Paolo come off there with a back heel. However, short corner awarded to the SA Indoor men.
And a much better build-up play by the SMN there. Not scared to get the ball in, let it come out. Chad Futcher with a great drive down the baseline, finding the player in the circle. And that's better. I think the guys need to just take a breath, make sure that they realize they're in control of this game and take, get a short corner as they have done now. Chad Futcher on the ball, just pulling it past the left upright. And a better side. I think we'll see the SMN now start to sort of capitalize on this opportunity and make sure that they take control of the game slightly more than they have in the beginning of this chaka.
Yes, agreed there with you, Carl. As we see the under-23s coming forward with the ball. Sanelem Junu lifting the ball just over Spencer Boertes' stick. Spencer to Ruston. Ruston back to Spencer. The dangerous man, Dayan on the ball. Finding Stephen Paolo. Great build-up we're seeing here and patience from the SA Indoor men. As you mentioned, this is exactly the game they want to be playing as they are the ones in control. Gerald Mpopo finding his way. How he did that, I do not know, but that is the silky man, Gerald Mpopo, getting through the defense there, pulling off some magical skills to get a short corner for SA Indoor men team. This is exactly what they want again. Upper hand through great build-up at the back. Nice and patient, finding themselves in there. Just beautiful work from the man, Gerald Mpopo.
Showing flames, Gerald Mpopo on top D there, finding a gap that I don't think was there. As we see Dayan Kasim on the ball, and a great, easy finish from Dayan Kasim to make that 10 for the SMN, 4 under 23, and Dayan Kasim's 5th goal of the game. So a really good build-up again, and that was a much better part of the game for SMN, showing that movement of the ball, getting the ball out wide, getting the ball into the middle, moving it past the player if they have to, but good patience. And the under-23s reply with the short corner. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Yeah, a good reply there from the under-23 All-Stars to ensure that they're just bouncing back after a wonderful goal from Dayan Kasim to take his tally up to 5. The man from Western Province came here to score some goals. We're seeing some great stuff from him today. Great stuff from the SA Indoor men as well. As we're seeing the All-Stars line up for their short corner. Oh, great save off the line there by Gerald Mpopa. However, ball bouncing up. Unlucky there for the man who's doing it both on the attacking end and the defensive end. And that's exactly what you want to see for the guys. Putting up their hands there for the coach, showing they're working hard there. As we see, it's the under-23 guys lining up for another shorty.
Ball to Travis Crumples. And another great save by Gerald Mpopo. And that brings the chukker to an end. Gerald with a really, really good chukker. Last week he seemed a little bit nervous, and I think maybe, first outing with SMN, needed to dust off a bit of the cobwebs, but he seems to be enjoying himself tonight and, doing what he has to. As he would say, he's moving.
Great save off the line there from the man. The little man, a lot might consider him, however, big heart and big game, as we see him doing great things on the offensive end as well as the defensive end, coming off with a great stop on the line there at the end of the chukker. Once again, I think under 23s would want to make sure they're taking that last opportunity. Keep us out of it. Make sure you're putting it up there and scoring the goal, going into this last chukker, having the upper hand. However, the SA Indomen team ensured that they did really well. So it's been a really good game. Yeah, no, the SA Indomen are up 10-4 against the under-23 All-Stars. Dayan Kasim with 5 goals. Fantastic start from the man from Western Province. Ready and firing. Just showing some immense skills and great finishes as well today. We're getting treated here at Cliffview Primary School as the boys finish with their G-Boost water break, or drinks break, I might add. We're getting this final chukker going. I think we'll still see a lot of goals and a lot of action in this last chukker. Let's get it going.
Both teams looking like they're really enjoying this time out here on the pitch tonight. Sasa and Chad sharing a bit of a high five to get the fourth and final quarter on the way. Dayan Kasim with a little bit of a hard tackle. Peter Calder giving a green card for a bit of an aggressive tackle, maybe just a bit late. But one player down for the SMN, going to hold a nice box formation at the top of the circle as Del Perio. Marvin Simons intercepting the ball. Chad Futcher moving up front as Rustin Abrams plays it himself off the board, driving into the circle. A nice little layback, but good pickup by Michael to intercept that pass. Good pressure from Keenan Wax on Dario, but Chad easily recovering the ball. Unfortunately, not able to get the pass away there off the board to Marvin Simons. Delpy trying to spin and weave and bob his way through. Unfortunately, not getting the result he wanted, but at least getting the opportunity. And this is the time that if I was coaching, this is when I would look at taking off the keeper when they were down to 4. But a green card being so short, they SMN are back to full company.
Yes, as we see Dayan back on the field after his short break on the sideline. Rustin coming out nicely with a neat and tidy spin ball to Dayan Kasim. Back to Rustin as we see the patience from the big man. To Dario. Good play at the back from the SA Indomen's team, just sorting out the formation up front and being nice and patient at the back. We see the under-23s just holding back here. Maybe part of the tactics. However, as you mentioned, I think pull of the keeper would be a good addition now for the under-23s. You want to make sure that you're getting this chukker off on the right hand and putting pressure on the SA Indomen's team as they did in the second chukker and rattling them as we see Dayan come forward but just missing out slightly on that ball. However, recovering. But Del Piero pulls off with the ball as Marvin intercepts. Seeing many double turnovers here from both teams. A bit scrappy at the moment. However, we see once again the patience from the SA Indomen team. However, Jordan Callett's picking up there. Looking for Travis Crumples, finding the young man as he drives into the D. Travis Crumples, deemed dangerous into a low stick by Dario. Great defense from Dario Lorenko, staying low keeping his eye on the ball, once again seeing his wonderful work at the back pay off. And the under-23s are one man down. Let's see the pressure from the SA Indoor men's.
Dario Lorenko finding Chad Futcher in the D. Unfortunately, Chad not able to control it as nicely as you would have hoped. And the under-23s are going to make sure that they're keeping that tight box formation again. They're going to let the SMN come all the way close into their half and get a bit of a handball phase going from the SMN, making sure that when they penetrate the D that they're doing it so that it's a good outcome. You see they're going towards a back three with Dario Lorenko being the pivot, Rustin on the right and Dayan Kasim on the left, and Marvin Simons and Chad Futcher rotating and holding good positions in the circle, making sure that Chad gets the ball now. Good patience to come out. Oh, and a fantastic save. A great deflection by Rustin Abrams, putting Pamelo under really good pressure.
Fantastic, phenomenal, beautiful. I'm running out of adjectives. Just amazing stuff from the SA Indoor men team there. As we see Marvin Simons coming forward. Patience. Oh, with a little lob. Beautiful lob from Marvin Simons, completing his hat-trick. 3 for the young man from Bolu College, showing amazing skill getting into the D there. But just going back on the previous deflection by Rustin Abrams. Oh, my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful play there by the SA Indoor men. As we see the patience build up. Dayan Kasim to Chad Futcher. Back to Dayan Kasim. Dayan finding Rustin, and Rustin with the deflection. That's the great stuff you want to see from the SA Indoor men team. Followed up by Marvin's fantastic skills. As we see Dayan pick the ball up in the middle, going forward. I'm sure he'd love to get on the scoreboard once again.
Patience once again as we see Geraldine Pauper on the ball deep in the back, nearly in his own half. Ball just going over Dario Lorenko's stick. So the under-23s are going to come on the attack again with Ryan Mann on the board, making his way to the center. Unfortunately, not finding the pass to Nathan Gross. Stephen Paulo playing the ball off the board to Geraldine Popo as Dayan Kasim runs on, finds Geraldine Popo and a back 1-2 and a classic easy backhand finish from Dayan Kasim. And again, you know, that play started all the way here with Stephen Paulo playing the board off to Dayan, and then an easy 1-2 attack, running maybe against the direction of play. And yeah, again, Dayan Kasim getting on the scoreboard with his 6th goal to make that 12-4.
High scoring game here we have today, but just immaculate stuff from Dayan Kasim and Geraldine Popo going up the field. Beautiful 1-2 combination. Simple stuff really from the SA men's indoor team as they go forward. That's exactly what you want to be seeing from the guys. Very simple stuff, just tearing apart the middle. As we see Dayan once again going forward, dropping it for Stephen Paulo. Good little steal to keep the ball there from Mr. Paulo. Off to Spencer Boertes, back to him. I think we're seeing one of those build-ups once again from the SA Indoor men's. Coach David definitely happy seeing this. Guys very patient at the top of the D. And this is what you mentioned, Carl, for the SA Indoor men's. Exactly what we want to see from them.
Yeah, playing a good possession game at the moment and finding those connections and making sure that, you know, they get the ball, they pass it, they rotate out of that position into space. And that's the type of hockey that I'm sure Coach David Joshua would be wanting to see more of as the weekend progresses, to make sure that, you know, that's the style of hockey. Once you get close to the D, you need to be working it, and against better teams, international teams, you're not going to have all the time in the world. So when you've got the time now to work on this stuff, you really got to make sure that it's waxed and you've got the idea down, because you're not going to have that kind of time when you get to international games.
On point there, Carl, once again. It's a big thing for the guys to make sure that they waxing these combinations and the passing at the back. basics has to be tip top when facing international opponents, of course. So I think it's a good learning curve going forward for the guys. However, Coach David Joshua would want to press on that and ensure that the guys are sharp and putting in 100% effort with no glitches, just perfection and polished as we see the ball come out here for the SMN's indoor team. We see 4 men on for the SA men's indoor team as Gerald Mpopo received a yellow card for an infringement in the middle of the field. So you'd like to see the under-23s get on top now and attack. However, still very, very reluctant to go forward, keeping it tight at the back.
Yeah, and again, I think this is the time. If I was coaching the under-23s, you've set the precedence of maybe pulling the goalkeeper. Use it. You've got the extra man. It means you're going to have an extra 2 men. Although it's not for a long time, it still could make an opportunity for you. But the SMN not scared to hold up the ball as Rustin tried to force the ball a bit through there past Keenan Wax. Good little skill from Chad Futcher to get the ball to Stephen as he drives through towards the D. Good little touch towards Chad Futcher, and Chad Futcher casually touches that ball in the goal. That makes the score 13-4.
The East Rand combination there, 100% between Stephen Powler and Chad Futcher. Beautiful goal. Stephen just looking up and seeing the gap, running through and then just finding his compatriot Chad Futcher with an easy low finish to put it in the bottom right corner. As we see Chad Futcher coming forward again, finding Marvin Simons now, returning the favor, and a beautiful finish from the youngster, putting it in the net. And it is 14 for the SA Indo men's. Yeah, no running out of space here, Carl, putting your lines as the score ticks over.
For if there are any juniors watching, Chad Futcher and Marvin Simons showed a great example of the key areas inside the D that you need to hold, because it was nearly a carbon copy of the 2 goals where Chad Futcher scored and Marvin Simons. And that brings us to the end of the game. You called it. There was high scoring. We knew it was going to be high scoring. Didn't quite think that we would get to 14, but the SMN really showed their class tonight and some really well-worked goals. The last week they were a little bit flustered and a little bit stretched, whereas this week the combinations have come there. Dayan Kasim showing us what he's made of with 6 goals, tallying nearly half of the SMN's goals in total. So really good effort by him and a good performance. But a good showing from the under-23s. I think they showed something different. They showed a bit of heart, especially in their third chukker. Unfortunately, with the stream cutting out, you missed a little bit of it. But it was a really good effort from them. And I think the SMN will be proud of that result.
Agreed there, Carl. I think the under-23s would have liked to be on the score a little bit more, scoring more goals there. However, the big man Bonga coming in, showing some great saves, great stuff from the youngster, great stuff from Marvin Simons as well. 4 beautiful goals there as we saw him finishing off the 14th goal for the SA Indo men team. And yeah, the big man Dayan Kasim coming in and just showing his dominance, showing he's here to score some goals, play some hockey. Man has been itching to get out there. You can see it. Great game from him. Great game from the guys this evening. It's been a really good one. Cliffview Primary School, thank you for this wonderful, wonderful haul. And thank you to the viewers tonight. It's been a wonderful, wonderful game. Once again, apologies for any technical issues that we experienced earlier. Great, wonderful game.
Thanks for joining me tonight, Sizwe. Will you be joining me tomorrow night? Yes, you will indeed. Fantastic. So, viewers and anyone else that listens, please join us tomorrow night at the same time, same place, 7 o'clock here at Cliffview Primary. And we look forward to seeing you then. Have a good night, everyone.